Well, Envy is now 1-1 in the first week, which is better than 0-2. I'm joined right now by Apollo to discuss the math behind that. How do you feel? 50% better than 0%, right?
Right. So yeah, I mean, if you look at our last split,
Yeah.
0-2 is definitely worse than a 1-1.
Yeah.
So I think the interview's over at that point.
Yeah.
You know, we can just move on from then.
Okay. So you guys made some changes in the off season or in between the break. What were they for people that weren't following along?
We removed Ninja and we got two more mid laners,
Okay.
Niski and Pyrian, and they're both. Well, Pyrian was on P1 for one split.
Yeah.
I want to say a year back, and then he was a sub for P1. And he's actually a younger player. And then same for Niski, he was on Fnatic Academy, and they just qualified in LCS. And then he moved here, and so yeah, they're both like younger players, younger talent, and we're kind of hoping that our like veteran skills will like improve them and shape them to be better.
I don't know if anybody can hear you there. The loudest trash bag over there. It's just, and that's the type of thing that goes straight into the microphone. So
I'm glad we have that in the interview.
oh, yeah. Think we're okay though. All right. Now, there were on Twitch 5,000 people watching your game.
5,000?
Yeah. Yeah.
5,000?
about that? Yeah.
5,000?
I mean, at least game one might have been more for game
That's
two.
actually pretty sad, but okay. Yeah.
There were like 140,000, 150,000 people watching the other game on Twitch.
Which was the other game?
That was the TSM Immortals game.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I would watch that game too. So.
And then there were 167,000 people watching Rocket League and their finals that are this weekend.
Okay.
So I'm just curious, how does it feel to have, about, I don't know, what is it, like a 30th of the popularity of Rocket League?
I don't know what you want me to say here. I don't really like it.
You don't like Rocket League?
No. I mean,
There are considerable more people that like Rocket League than you, is what I'm realizing.
what I'm saying is, I think. Well, I didn't expect that. I guess I thought more people liked us.
Yeah.
We'll try to we'll try better next time to get a more entertaining match for the viewers. Of course, we're doing this for the viewers.
Right. All 5,000
All
of them.
5,000 of them.
There's also people on YouTube.
Yeah.
I didn't
think
check.
maybe 100 or 200-ish.
Yeah.
So like we'll say 5.2.
Yeah.
Round it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And the thing is, it doesn't really make the pressure any more or less,
Right.
It's just, I don't really think about the viewers as like, it's just, I'm playing there. That's it. There's going to be some pressure and yeah.
Now, I'm just teasing, by the way. I mean, I think I watched at the beginning, and I'm sure it got more viewers over time and that kind of thing. But I mean, what is fun for me, and maybe a little less fun for you, is like the Envy underdog story, because you guys kind of have nothing to prove here. Anything that you do is going to be like kind of exciting, I think, for Envy fans, because it was a rough split. How are you guys approaching summer split right now?
I mean, I just feel like we've actually improved a lot more, and I know I think I say that a lot in a lot of my teams, but it's really, I think it's significant, and I think all of us can feel the difference. It doesn't feel like when even though we lost our game against P1 and we lost against Dig, but the mistakes that we made were late game mistakes, but they weren't the same late game mistakes that we'd made last split. We got like a lot better at macro and wave management. We still have to work on our team fights and knowing when to fight, but it felt so much better this week than compared to even like relegations. And
right. Yeah. And what did you guys do during the break besides the roster changes? Like, what have you been doing to try to make sure that performance is better than last year or last split?
In our break, we actually did go to Korea, but that was mainly to try out some mid laners. It wasn't really much of a boot camp per se. Like, we obviously practiced, but it wasn't like a full blown boot camp because we didn't have our chosen mid laner yet. It was mainly just our first few weeks coming into the LCS, the way that we practiced. We really tried not to focus too much on like winning or losing, I guess. It's just really just about macro, because I think that was our biggest weakness last split, and yeah, we just focused a lot on macro play.
Do you feel like the solo queue or anything like that in Korea helped you at all?
It's good for mechanics, but when you go back to NA, you get 60 ping, so I think it's good. I'm not going to say it's bad, because the practicers, it does help you. It's just not super significant.
Yeah. Very good. Well, hey, is there anything you want to say to any of the Envy fans before we get run over by one of these cars that keeps driving by?
Thanks for supporting us, and hopefully we bring in a little more viewers next time. We'll make it more exciting. And thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching indeed. I'd encourage everyone to watch my content, and I appreciate you thanking them for watching it. You're talking about them watching my content, right?
I was talking about Yahoo Esports.
If we're lucky, this interview might get more views than your game.
I think that's the benchmark we should go for.
Just kidding. I like Apollo a lot. I've been giving him crap for years. People are going to comment on YouTube and say Travis is such a dick. You can check out the rest of our coverage of all things esports here at Yahoo Esports.